right as the world is watching the war with Russia and Ukraine, then the recent news story last month in December 2022 is that Russia's military strength is now 50% diminished, and the news story also reports that Russia has now lost its capability for any offensive strike in the near future. And that news article I've placed for you in the caption of this video. In the United States, Rob Conrad at the global microphone of HeIsNearCom. And so the point here, and then I'll get to my other prime insight itself for this video, is that since Ukraine has diminished Russia's military capabilities 50% now, then this is why Ezekiel 38 tells us that God will put a hook in the jaw of Russia, that's the king of the north, and God will drag Russia into attacking Israel in today's end times. And this makes sense since Russia will know full well at that coming point of attack what Russia now knows today in 2023, which is that Russia's diminished military strength for any offensive strike is no match at all against nuclear-powered Israel, which is the #1 unmatched military and air force superpower in the entire Mideast. And of course, God's word in Ezekiel chapter 38 tells us that Russia and numerous Muslim nations that join Russia in attacking Israel will all be completely torched and smoked by Israel in literally one 24-hour day. Now, getting to my prime focus in this video is that the timing and chronology of this nearing one-day all-out war on the mountains of Israel will definitely take place within the first 3.5 years of the nearing 7-year tribulation. To be more specific, it will occur soon after the nearing 7-year tribulation actually starts, meaning a few weeks or maybe a few months into the 7-year tribulation. So this is my key point in this video, that the Ezekiel chapter 38 one-day war will definitely occur within weeks or possibly a few months into the nearing 7-year tribulation. That's what the book of Revelation teaches. Now, in knowing this, then another major understanding becomes very clear, which is that the tribulation's start itself is knocking on this generation's front door as I speak, with the Ezekiel chapter 38 war, as I've emphasized, happening soon after it starts. Although in God's mercies, He may hold it all back for a short while longer, but it's spring-loaded, with Antichrist himself being each Pope of Rome in plain view and ready to fulfill his role, as HeIsNearCom pinpoints. Now this next quick category concerns where in the Bible is this timing and chronology found of the coming all-out one-day war of Ezekiel chapter 38. First of all, it's not found anywhere in the entire Bible except in the book of Revelation. In fact, Ezekiel chapter 38 itself only states that this war will be in the latter days, meaning in today's end times, which officially started with Israel's rebirth in 1948. The term latter days is found in Ezekiel chapter 38, verses 8 and 16. And to be clear, the very purpose for this video is to open believers' eyes and the eyes of Israel's military and Israel's defense forces, and to make them keenly alert to this historical event's actual timing in the chronology of events foretold for today's end times. Now, in closing, my last point of this video is another huge Bible prophecy in history, and that is the coming Third Jerusalem temple. And again, the book of Revelation's chronology also shows us in chapter 11, verse 2, that within the first 3.5 years and nearing the middle point of the 7-year tribulation, that the foretold Third Jerusalem temple has been fully completed by that mid-7-year point. So again, in knowing this chronology of its completion, and only found in the book of Revelation, then it's simple logic that the Ezekiel 38 miraculous military victory of Israel to squash its enemies just after the start of the 7-year period allows Israel to quickly build its third temple without any hindrances from any of its military enemies, and with Israel having its temple fully completed by the midpoint of the 7-year tribulation period. All of this is powerful information to know in advance, and as I mentioned, particularly for Israel's military and its Israeli defense forces and military commanders.